I'm Marius, a marketing professional growing a Pokemon card business online, and I just completed my first Whatnot stream yesterday, so I'm going to take you through how that went. So I'm going to hopefully have this as like the vertical backdrop for the Whatnot stream. Well, I just finished my first ever Whatnot stream, and that was unbelievable. I don't know what I was expecting. I've not watched that many, but we streamed for nearly 4.5 hours straight, and it was mental. We sold 85 cards at a £1 start. We sold out of nearly all the packs. I'll attach some screenshots with the revenue. I think we made just short of £1,000. Followers went up to like nearly 200 or something like that. Managed to do 2 really sick giveaways and had a good laugh the whole way. I know some of you guys will be coming from the Whatnot stream, and I appreciate you guys a lot. A load of you guys came and subscribed to the channel or followed me on socials, which is just so cool. And yeah, like it was so good. Don't get me wrong, my voice is absolutely gone now, but I can't wait to do that again. But yeah, make sure you are following the Whatnot in the link in the description. Yeah, I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Where do I even begin? These are all the singles that I sold. Need to get all of these packaged up. Some of these are also going to buyers who bought packs, so rip and shipped. But I need to get those all packaged up. Look at this, I wanted to highlight this. One of the viewers in the stream bought 12, excuse the writing and stuff. Jade bought 12 packs. Look at the pulls. Umbreon V, the Shaman V-Star, the Vaporeon, the Alcremie and the Oranguru, and the Rapid Strike Urshifu. The Vaporeon definitely should get graded. I didn't actually inspect the Umbreon. Let's have a look and see. It's definitely off top to bottom, so I don't think it would 10. But it's mega clean, man. What else did we pull? We got a couple of these here. 2 of those were pulled. We had Gilly come in with the 151 and got the gold Mew. What else? Quite a few different things we pulled. Oh yeah, this was ridiculous as well. This was Shining Fates, I believe, from 6 packs. Ridiculous. And an NDD. We pulled the Shand. I'm going to spend probably the next few hours not speaking because my voice actually really hurts as well. I'm going to package all this up, show you guys how many packages it is. Royal Mailman is going to hate me. And then I'm going to talk about how much I made. I'm going to sit down with you and show you, or talk to you about the strategies, how I felt it went, what I'm going to do with the money now that I've obviously sold quite a lot, and when I'm going to go live next as well. Right, brief update. Had a bit of a disaster. Well, not really a disaster, but I had a bit of an issue. So I was like, sorted everything into the bundles, make sure every buyer's got their own things for some people who bought singles as well as buying packs. And then I went onto the Whatnot backend again. This whole interface is completely new to me. And I was like, yeah, generate labels, absolutely. Let's generate labels and I'll start packing up orders. Unfortunately, I generated the labels and then realized it wasn't label printer dimension. So label printer, for anyone who doesn't know, is 4x6. And it's predefined to A4, I think, which again is fine. I've got an A4 printer, but my A4 printer is an ink printer, which has run out of ink. So I'm now going to have to go figure out a way to go get some ink very quickly. I'm going to then come back, have to manually print off and cut out everybody's labels, which isn't ideal, but at least I know for next time I can predefine the labels to be for label printer, and then it'll be super straightforward. But I guess that's one for any new Whatnot sellers is, if you are going to use a label printer at home, then make sure to change the dimensions before you generate the labels. Right, good secured, we're good to go. Time to print off 45 labels. We completed the first stream yesterday. You guys would have seen the previous video where I was setting up the first stream. Overall, I think it went incredibly well. I'm going to run through some of the stats for the stream, and then I'm also going to make sure that I run through what worked, what didn't work, what am I going to do next, my advice for first time streamers as well. Streamed yesterday. I just decided to go live at a random time. So we went live at 1:41 PM in the UK. We were live for 4 hours and 21 minutes, which was a bit mad, I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't had lunch, and then by the time I came off, I was starving. Kind of everything just got away from me. In total, we did £900 in sales, £900 on the dot. We had 107 individual orders. The average order value then was £8.41. We had 45 individual buyers, of course, being my first stream, they were all first time buyers. I had 8 shares, which was really sick as well, and I had a few of the guys in the chat tell me when they shared stuff. The max concurrent viewers that we had was 62, which is mental, and the total views, which is I think individual viewers, it says watch time of 30 seconds or more. So I don't know if total views is the total number of individual views or if it's, I think it must be, because on my show section it says I got over 2,000 views. So I'm assuming that total views is individual viewers. So 1,329 total views. Now I will have a couple of screenshots on screen, which shows the page before and after running the stream. Before running the stream, I had one follower, and I don't actually know why I had a follower, to be fair, because I've never done anything on it. So basically, we're starting from scratch. And at the end of the stream, I finished up with, on my screen at the moment it says 184, but I know my mobile earlier it said 188 or something like that. So we've got, we saw significant growth yesterday. Now, if I also look at the YouTube channel, and I know this is about the Whatnot stream, but a few of you guys who would have come over from the Whatnot stream to the YouTube channel, yesterday on subscriber growth, we saw 14 subscribers increase. And I don't think that's a coincidence at all. Like, it's definitely correlated. I know that a bunch of you guys, when I mentioned it in stream, went over, subscribed, told me you were watching the videos and stuff, which is sick. Really appreciate it. So overall, what went well? So I think, first of all, I have to say that I think I got really lucky. I don't know much about the platform, in all honesty. I've only bought one thing on it or two things on it before because of the free credit that you get. Speaking of which, if you do want to purchase on Whatnot, if you use my link in the description, either to buy or to sell, if you use it to buy, you'll get £10 free credit, which means you can just go on and spend £10. It could be on my stream, it could be on someone else's stream. If you want to sell on Whatnot and you use the link in the description, you'll get £150 matched for your first orders from Whatnot. So if you sell £150 worth, they'll match that first £150. I'm going to touch on that later. But I have to think I got really lucky. So I had no followers, I didn't promote it anywhere. I went live at 1:41 p.m. in the afternoon on a random Monday, and things went really well straight away. I sort of pressed go live, really didn't have the setup ready at all. And within like a few minutes, there was people in the stream, there were people in the chat asking about what was happening, and it just kind of got off to a really good start. Now, I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know if that's to do with the fact that maybe did they notify people that there was a new streamer. I'm not sure if it was to do with the thumbnail that I had. I don't know if it was to do with the title. I have no idea why we got so many people so quickly into the stream, but we did. So off the back of that, things just kind of snowballed. We had, I started everything with £1 starts. So I had over, I think I'd pre-selected about 110 cards I was planning on listing for £1 start. And within those cards, there was going to be some cards that were worth £1. There was going to be cards that were worth 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to, I think I had a couple of cards in that sort of 20, 30, £40 region. Now, the sort of theory behind that was I was going to do 2 giveaways, or 3 giveaways, which I will touch on as well in terms of what didn't work. But the plan was to do a guaranteed buyer's giveaway. So again, I didn't have to source that because my plan was to do a PSA 10 card of some description. I've been grading cards with PSA now for the best part of a year. I did stuff years ago, but on my own. So I have PSA inventory in-house, which means I don't need to go out and buy that, which is great. So I can supply my own buyer's giveaway. And then I thought, well, if I can reach 100 sales, in my mind originally that was to get rid of all the cards I'd listed basically. If I can get rid of all of those, I'm like, well, I could probably give away another PSA 10 card of some description, maybe a better one. Because at that point, I'm like, if I got to 100 sales in my first stream, I must have done something right. So I had it set up to show that I was going to do a buyer's giveaway and I was going to do the 100 sale giveaway. And that seemed to be a big attraction for people. Not only was it a case of there was a guaranteed buyer's giveaway, but the fact was there was going to be an incremental giveaway as well if they got to that 100 sales mark. So for a good while, we were just doing the single stream, and that was going great. But I also had quite a few packs that I had in the store. I'd specifically priced the packs to be what I considered to be a good rate to where people would want to pay for me to open them on stream. So I think we had Lost Origin, I think it was £5 or £6, probably £5. I think we had Brilliant Stars at £5. We had Fusion Strike at £5. We had 151 at £15. And don't get me wrong, like those prices aren't unbelievably cheap, but they're definitely cheap for the platform, and they also got people the opportunity to get into the giveaways. It just so happened that the first kind of couple of sets of packs that got opened had really good hits in them, which there's no way of knowing, of course, there is a complete luck. But what I realised was, whilst the plan of the stream wasn't to be ripping shit, and that's not where I was going to expect to make most of the money for the stream,
it actually was a great way to not only elongate the stream, engage with viewers, but also if people can hit something great and then they also get into the buyer's giveaway, then it worked out really well. On top of that as well, I got really lucky with a couple of the viewers. I think it was Mr. Wonton and Visions in the chat, who both volunteered to be mods because I really didn't have a clue what I was doing. And they're great help in terms of steering me to understand literally how to do things on the app because I didn't have a clue. But overall, everything just kind of worked well. I mean, to do £900 in sales volume in a day, starting from nothing, to me is absolutely mental. Like the fact that somebody can just pick up their phone and stream and get £900 a day is wild. Now that I have got a bit of a community and a bit of a following there, I'm hoping that the next stream will be bigger and better, and we'll continue to do basically the same idea until it doesn't work or we need to iterate. I'll probably have less packs available for tomorrow's stream, but the plan is to have some different packs available, which I managed to pick up, and we'll have some different singles available. We'll have another giveaway, and then we'll have another 100 sale giveaway as well. And we'll try to grow this community into something, and hopefully more of you guys who are here have come from Whatnot, and then hopefully more of you guys who haven't come from Whatnot will also go to Whatnot, which again is linked in the description. So what didn't go so well? The buyer's giveaway I hadn't set up before the stream, so I didn't know that you had to set it up pre-stream. So it became a bit of an awkward moment when I tried to run it, and then everyone was like, well, if you didn't set it up pre-stream, it's not going to work. I then had to manually go and create a wheel using the names, so I had to go into the orders, find people's names, enter them all, type them all in, which actually ended up being quite funny, because as I was spinning the wheel and showing my laptop on screen, I'll insert a clip now. Yeah, no, thank you all for the stream today. Today's been unbelievable. I think everybody kind of enjoyed the fact that I was like playing daft music that they'd suggested and trying to hype it up and try to make it a bit more interesting rather than it just spinning like the wheel on the phone. So it was a bit of an error, but it also ended up being quite funny. And I guess that's part of also why it ended up being nearly 4.5 hours, because I probably spent best part of half an hour doing that. But the mods in the stream kept the chat entertained, which was really useful. We did lose viewers during it, which is unsurprising, given that nothing was happening on screen whilst I was off screen typing and making this wheel. But I think it actually ended up being quite funny and probably showed a bit of a human side to the person, because I wasn't on camera at all. I've talked about it earlier on, but making sure that before you print off any labels, making sure that you select the label type that you want. Don't generate the label until you've selected it. So I've now selected it to be 4x6, but it wasn't selected to be 4x6 before. It was selected to be, I would say Evolution seemed to do well. I would say most sort of trainer galleries, Galarian galleries, Art Rare seemed to do pretty well, especially on the lower end. The things that didn't do so well were, I had a couple of Japanese cards go for quite a bit under market value. There was one in particular, which was an SAR, which went for like £3. It's probably worth about £10, £11. So a couple of those didn't do so well, but on the other hand, it's like great for the buyers, because I'm like, that's a great opportunity. Somebody got a really good deal. They can really appreciate that card for a great price. And overall, I think it definitely worked out. So I would say on average, people probably paid about market value for the cards, which is class. And I think maybe there was a couple of cards that went slightly over market value. There was a couple of cards that went under market value, but I would say overall it evened out. And I don't have every single card laid out with the price it sold for versus that. I'll kind of go through and figure that one out in my own time, but we sold so many that it's just going to take too long. But overall, I would say it was a really good experience. I think the people who were in the stream really enjoyed it. I got a bunch of messages afterwards saying that they loved the stream. It was a great debut, etc. So I am going to be streaming again tomorrow. Time is TBC, but if you follow my Whatnot link in the description, you will see when I go live. It'll be the same format again. I'm hoping to do more of it. I've already invested the cash that I got. I'm going to show you guys in future videos what I've been buying with the cash, because I do want to make sure that every single penny that comes out of this goes back into it, buying more stock, rinse and recycle, rinse and recycle. I said that if you use my referral link in the description, you get £150 matched for your first sales within 30 days of creating the account. So I wasn't too fussed if I lost a little bit of money on cards in this stream in particular, because I knew that Whatnot will match £150. So I made £900. After fees, I think it works out to be about £820. But I know I just need to complete another hour and a half of streaming, and then I'll get £150 from Whatnot. So in terms of like as a new seller incentive, it's a pretty bulletproof way to get started. But I guess that kind of summarizes how it went. It went really, really well. I'm super excited about the platform. I'm really, really bullish on the platform now. The fact that the first stream went so well, I'm really excited for tomorrow's stream. Hopefully it goes just as well. If you guys did enjoy, please do subscribe to this channel, follow the Whatnot, link in the description. Other social medias will be linked in the description as well. Let me know in the comments if anybody was from the stream yesterday, and hopefully you guys have a nice day and I'll see you soon.